Good morning and welcome to the City of London and to the build-up to B2B Marketing Ignite, which is our showpiece event in the City of London. We're expecting 700 people here today, so it's going to be a packed event. Loads of fantastic content, loads of great sponsors, and more importantly, loads of amazing marketers sharing insights and experiences about where B2B marketing is today. The overall theme of today is being the commercial marketer, which we think is absolutely critical for kind of able to respond to and adapt to kind of the challenging times that we're all seeing in B2B marketing. There are massive opportunities out there, but you have to have the right skill sets and attitudes. So we're looking at that, we're exploring what that means. We've got some great content around that B2B marketing and some great insights to share on that one. But also going to be talking to marketers in and around the event to talk about what their perceptions of this concept is and their strategies for adapting and thriving in challenging circumstances. So set to be a great event. Let's go and talk to some people and see what they've got to say. So here, Richard O'Connor, CEO of B2B Marketing. Hey, Richard.
Hi, nice to see you, Joel. Thank you for having me.
Well, likewise, right, at Ignite today. So you opened today, we come to the end of the day, but you opened today positioning around the commercial marketer. Tell us why B2B marketers need to be a commercial marketer in 2025.
Well, they need to be a commercial marketer as well as all of the great things they do, all of the things around brand and ABM and campaigns, all the things that we've done so well for the last decade. But that's not enough anymore.
Yeah.
In order to protect those things, make the case for those things, be able to protect all the things that marketers value and are so good at, you have to have the commercial lens.
And it's not just about being able to do a balance sheet, right? It's much more.
Absolutely, and it's not a job title. We're not saying everybody's going to stop being head of marketing and become a commercial marketer. It's a mindset, it's an attitude, it's a recognition that in order for marketing to not just survive but thrive in the next 10 years, you've got to be able to once and for all demonstrate commercial value. That doesn't mean immediate commercial value, you've got to demonstrate brand, but you've got to build the credibility with the leadership team. The genuine engine room for growth, the genuine market expert who can bring back all of the intelligence on what's going on in our end user markets, in customer markets, what's happening with buyer behavior. You need to be the place that the board come to for that insight, but and come to them in a language that they understand and they recognise. MQLs do not land with the board. Click-through rates, bounce rates don't land with the board. EBITDA does, revenue does, ARR does. Yeah. All of the language that they understand.
Brilliant expressed. And we've got a lot of great resources of B2B marketing from Propolis about what that looks like. So, Rich, fantastic, great opening session today. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Cheers. So Shane, we're here at Ignite.
We are indeed.
It's coming towards the end of the day now, isn't it?
It is.
It's been a long day, but a really good day. I think it's been a good day. More to the point, what do you think about it?
I think it's been a really good day. I'm really pleased that we started the day and embraced talking about change and world change. We took it up a level, which is something that, as you know, I am always passionate that we do, because understanding the world around us is, to me, what our job as marketers is really all about.
Yeah, it wasn't out in the weeds of marketing, was it? It was in the big picture. And, it was all about trying to tell people that they need to be commercial, need to be commercial marketers and need to understand the wider context and really go forth with that. Do you think that landed well?
I think it has landed well. I think there is a reality check, though. I think it was said very wisely this morning, not everybody wants to be a commercial marketer. Might not be their happy place, but there's an understanding that if the numbers, the data, the financial side is not something you're prepared to lean into, then you might need to start to think differently. But I think there's a genuine desire to really deliver value in all its forms. Maybe you're more a people person and building the teams to deliver commercial value than it is just about the hard numbers.
Yeah. I feel like we've all just got to get on board with this, and it's exciting to feel the sense of commitment to an extent. People understand there's changes required. We're not going to survive unless we do this, but it may be more uncomfortable than people are aware of. They think it's going to be bad. They probably don't know how.
What made me very happy this morning is that we did a breakfast workshop where we talked about the leader's roadmap, and I think there was a real willingness there to take on board what Scott Stockwell has developed in terms of thinking about where are you on your journey, and the fact it's iterative and you can't ever stop. And so this continual improvement, I think, is where I'm really seeing people go, oh, okay, it's not a do it once and done.
it's not just one big leap forward and everything's fine. It's ongoing, and that's why things like Propolis are brilliant for that
Yeah.
stuff. So, Shane, thank you as always.
A pleasure.
So I'm here with Ryan Almond from Henkel. Hi, Ryan.
Hey Joel,
How you
good to
doing?
be here. Yeah, very well, thank you.
I'll go make it.
Thank you.
The event today's been, the theme today's about being a commercial marketer. Being a Theresa May. Let's start that again, I'll hit this back properly. Right. So I'm here with Ryan Almond from Henkel. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm good, thanks Joel. Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. Great to see you here at Ignite. Big theme today is being about being a commercial marketer. You know, and you presented a lot at our events talking about your ABM strategy and various things you're doing. Does that concept resonate with you?
Yeah, definitely. I think in the modern age now, it's just not going to be acceptable anymore to be handing over MQLs and looking at how many leads are coming in generically. I think, you know, with the pressures that are on our businesses, you know, it's never been more important for marketing to effectively help steer the business.
Yeah.
Right. So rather than saying, oh, look, there's this dollar in, dollar out model that we've got, what we can actually now start to do is use data to show how our markets are performing, how our accounts are performing, and see how that maps against how we felt the market should be moving and where we thought that opportunity would be. And in that way, you're talking the language of the business, the language of the board. And if you can do that, I think that's really the shift that we've seen in the past few years and what we'll continue to see moving forward, particularly as we get more data. And of course, the big buzzword that's been here all day, as you can imagine, has been AI as well.
It's like, feels like marketing has got the tools and the techniques and the maturity perhaps to do that now. Maybe it didn't have 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that's the other thing to be aware of as well, is that the technology is moving at such a pace, it's difficult for us to catch up sometimes. So I think, you know, coming to these sorts of events, it's not just great for the networking and obviously listening on stage, but also actually testing yourself to make sure that you are doing the right things, you're using the right tech and you're using it in the right way. So I think these events become even more important because you can have the best tech in the world, but if you don't know how to use it, it's like having a Formula One car that looks beautiful, but you're not going to drive it anyway. So yeah, I think that's been the main outcome really.
Great analogy, appreciate it. Great to see you as always.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Thanks,
Ryan.
Joel.
So I am here with Fiona from Revere. Hi, Fiona.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Great. It's fabulous to be here.
You've made it through to the very near the end of Ignite. Now you've sat through so much great content. You're overflowing with ideas and,
Yeah.
and stuff, inspiration. We're talking. The big theme today has been about being a commercial marketer.
Yeah.
Do you mind?
Oh, 100%. I think, you know, being part of the Propolis community, it's a live discussion. And I think a lot of the conversations that I've had with people today, what's been really exciting is, I guess, kind of the action that Richard talked about at the end of his keynote was, we do need to take action and how do we actually make it a reality?
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of theory around the commercial marketeer and what that looks like.
Yeah.
And I think most marketeers deep down know, and they want to think of themselves as commercial marketeers.
Yeah.
But our job now, and I think what a lot of the conversations have been, is how do we take those meaningful steps, those small steps? What does a roadmap look like for us in our roles, in the organisations that we're in, to make sure that happens?
Yeah.
So I think it's a moment that is exciting, but there's definitely going to be some action taken after today's event.
We've got to go away and make it happen. haven't
We have, yeah, for
exactly. And it's great to see creativity and brand and advertising, all those things drew a lot of people into the market, but actually it's about going forward and being commercial.
Oh, 100%. And I loved what Susanna said this morning about blowing up the model and reinventing it and not being afraid to do that. And that sounds really scary when you think about it. But of course, that's the role that agencies play. And it was really great to hear that advocated here at the event today in terms of working with your partners, with your strategic alliances to figure out how you create that roadmap and move forward. So yeah, lots of innovation, lots of inspiration as always at Ignite, and it's been great to be here.
Fantastic.
Thank you, you too.
So I'm here with Paul Collier, Funnel Fuel. Paul, right at the end of Ignite now. It's the closing drinks after the closing keynotes. It's been a busy day, hasn't it?
Fruitful day.
Well, you guys have been very busy with speaking sessions on the stand as well.
Yeah,
But the overall theme's been around the commercial marketer, right? And I think that aligns with your perspective, both you personally and also what Funnel for you're doing, right?
Yeah, I think historically I've been very fortunate to be in a situation where I've kind of driven that commercial marketing or the commercialization of marketing in other roles prior to joining Funnel Fuel. And it's something I've been passionate about for a long time. Early days, one of the things I found out quite quickly, if you don't know the financials of your company, if you don't understand the P&L, you're not going to have a very good chance of really moving into a commercial marketing role or a commercial marketeer.
Yeah. And being taken seriously by the top tier, right? Being taken by the executive.
Your CFO is your CEO's best friend. Both of them are likely measured by certain key metrics, whether they're owned by PE, VC, Wall Street, NASDAQ, wherever. And it's not marketing metrics, it's financial metrics.
Yeah.
So to be a commercial marketeer, you've got to understand that part of your business. I actually went on an accounting course, not my strong point, to go and learn about the language and the prioritization for the financial department because I was completely out of context. A long time ago, it stood me in good stead.
There we go. So something that's a really practical step we can take. And it feels to me like people are getting their heads around this gradually and we're moving, it's a maturity thing as an industry or a profession perhaps rather than industry.
Yeah, I think maturing is the right thing to say. Maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, we kept talking about sales and marketing alignment. And the reality was, it was frustrating me because that's not the problem. The problem is the marketing function not aligning to the wider business.
Yeah.
The symptom was the sales and marketing alignment. Well, have you ever, in a sales role, understand what they go through and why there's maybe a misalignment, but ultimately they're very, very clearly in line of the commercial part of the business. So it's actually the commercial function underneath that department that you need to understand.
Yeah.
Get that bit right, understand what...
So I'm here with Mark Schwakey, who's a published author, well-known voice in B2B marketing circles these days.
Hello, Joel. How are you?
I'm really good.
Good. Back on home turf.
Back on home turf.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. It's been a great day, a long day, loads of fantastic stuff. Great session from you by all accounts earlier on today. Tell me how you found it. I'm sorry, I've set the scene there. Tell me how you found it today.
I think I came with high expectations anyway. I was super excited, not just because we had a session, but because I saw some of the highlights on the agenda. Also, haven't been at a live event this size, not even B2B marketing, for I think 2 or 3 years now. Blown away. Love the community. Love the challenge that yourself and Richard and Shane and everyone else involved with Propolis have set us. I described in one of my many insane LinkedIn moments with a ukulele trying to get people to my session in the last few weeks, I described what we were doing here today as a fight for the soul of B2B. And I don't think our cousins in B2C face the same challenges, even if they are also tasked with, to quote our own agenda right now, doing more with less.
Yeah.
I don't think B2C marketers have the same fight on their hands. We do, and it's brilliant to be a part of it.
That's great, and I massively appreciate your voice in all that conversation. Well, our theme, further to that point, what's the fight we do have? The theme Richard played out at the beginning there was around being a commercial marketer. It's a different challenge in B2C. It isn't the same challenge, is it? But what do you think about that as an objective, as something we need to address?
I think it's really key, and I think it's the right message now at the right time. And also, he laid it out very starkly, very clearly this morning with the first, after your intro, he came on stage and set an agenda and set a tone. And I think the whole day has flowed from that. I think that many of us feel like we have it in us to do that and haven't given ourselves forget other people giving us the chance to be a commercial marketer. We haven't always given ourselves the chance. We've always, I wouldn't say we've laid down and taken our role as B2B marketers, but I do feel like we've, to quote B2B Jade today, we've sort of comfort in the chaos and complexity of the jobs that we do. Actually, it is time to stand up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to shy away from this. I've been talking a different but similar language for a long, long time. It's part of what I called boring to brave. It's part of what you've been doing. I honestly think there's a lot of us that have been speaking from our own platforms. Bringing it together here felt really special.
Yeah, I agree. That's really well put, beautifully put. It's about it's growing up, being mature, and that commercial acumen. We know, forget the creative. Sometimes I feel like is it creative? Is it not creative? Is about being commercial, right?
So somebody on our panel today said, I asked them for a new metric of success. If your functional metrics are going to be there, always your business metrics, revenue, pipeline, growth, and that's what you're going to report in. What are the success metrics that you yourself are going to give to your team and yourself for pride, for motivation, for feeling like I've done a bloody great job with less. And Sahana Fern from Content Square said, time to play. And I really like that. I'm going to develop that idea with her on LinkedIn in the coming days. But for now, all I'll say is a brilliant day, very, very invigorating. And Orbital X, who I will work for now until the end of my career, I had a really, really good experience there. I think it's the first time Orbital X have been here. I don't think it'll be the last.
I'm really glad to hear that. Mark, thanks so much for your input today. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Joel.
Cheers. Great stuff. Thank you. So we're here at the end of a really long day at Ignite 2025. It's been a fantastic session today. Loads of great content, loads of great speakers, and lots of fantastic networking and conversations, which is the real power of this event, and the opportunity for B2B marketers to come together and learn what everyone else is thinking and how they're changing, how they're responding to the challenges that we're facing. The theme has been the commercial marketer and how marketers need to be more commercially astute in this today's world. And it was set out brilliantly by Richard O'Connor, our CEO, at the beginning of the day, and it's been really echoed all the way through. So I don't think there's really any debate around needing to be more being commercial. It's just about whether marketers can adapt fast enough to do it. And I think if they can't, well, it's going to be challenging and problematic. So B2B marketing is a really exciting place right now, really dynamic place, but there's lots of challenges ahead. And being a commercial marketer is one of the major ways you can address that. And there's lots of great insights from that from B2B marketing on Propolis. So very much hope you haven't joined us already this year. We'll see you next year.